This is not just an American problem. This is an international crisis. This is a regional crisis. And I think the people of America are getting sick and tired of the world and the region, Saudi Arabia and the other countries, saying, hey, we don't have to do anything about it. The American taxpayer and American soldiers will do all the work for us. Most people don't know is that Saudi Arabia is the fourth largest defense spender in the world, more than the UK, more than France. They have an army which is probably 7 times larger than ISIS. They have a major air force. Why don't they see this as a crisis situation? Here's the danger, Candy. If the Middle East people perceive this as the United States versus ISIS, the West versus East, Christianity versus Islam, we're going to lose that war. This is a war for the soul of Islam, and the Muslim nations must be deeply involved. And to the degree that developed countries are involved, it should be the UK, France, Germany, other countries as well. So I worry very much, and I go out around Vermont and around the country, and people are saying, yeah, we're concerned about ISIS, but we're also concerned about the collapse of the American middle class and infrastructure, which is falling apart, the need to create jobs in America. We can't do it alone. It has to be an international and a regional coalition. Why aren't other countries more deeply involved? I will tell you why.
Okay.
Because they believe that the American taxpayers are going to do it, and American soldiers ultimately will do it. And as long as that signal is out there, that is what's going to happen. I want the Saudi Arabian government to be actively involved. I want their troops to be on the ground. I don't want them to believe that we're going to do it for them. So yes, I think we have to play a very strong and supportive role with the UK, with France, with Canada, with other countries. It cannot and should not be the United States alone. We have been at war for 12 years. We have spent trillions of dollars. I'm chairman of the Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs. We have 500,000 young men and women who have come home with PTSD and TBI. What I do not want, and I fear very much, is the United States getting sucked into a quagmire and being involved in perpetual warfare year after year after year. That is my fear. I do not want to see the United States get involved in another quagmire in the Middle East. I'm sitting here wondering where Saudi Arabia is, where Kuwait is, where Qatar is. Saudi Arabia spends more money on defense than they're the fourth largest defense spender in the entire world, more than the United Kingdom, more than France. I want to see them get their hands dirty. I want to see them starting to use their air force in a significant way. I think we should be supportive. But this war will not be won by the United States alone. It'll be won by people in the neighborhood, by Saudi Arabia, by Iran, and those countries prepared to take on ISIS.
Well, why do you think they're so slow to action? Why do you think we saw a video on Friday of ISIS advancing and Turkish military just watching well within shooting range?
Well, you know why? Because I think they have full confidence that the people of the United States are going to do the dirty work for them. And I'll be damned if kids in the state of Vermont or taxpayers in the state of Vermont have to defend the royal Saudi family, which is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and which, as I said a moment ago, has a major and significant air force and army. We should be supportive. But this is going to have to be a war won by the Muslim countries themselves taking on this dangerous and horrendous organization. It cannot be won, and it will not be won by the United States alone.